Hey golfers, Pat Gorman here, and it is March 2nd, so this is going to be my 5th video of a 6-part series, and today is about putting. And again, I want to use one of these indoor mats because this is the priority, is that something that you're doing every day, little chunks every day. And I'm just talking about maybe 10, 15 minutes of practice, but every day for this month of March. So the focus is going to be on understanding a good setup, and using these dots that I have on the mat, and then also what these cups of water are for, a little bit of an obstacle, and then the golf balls that you can see that I have lines on them. So just to give you a little bit better look at this, now this is a really high budget video, as you can tell, but you can see that now that's what I'm looking at. And the key is, when I start at this dot right here, I first want to just go to try to cover the pinks so it's balanced on both sides. And then the next strokes, I'm going to try to get between the pink and then obviously not touch over those glasses of water. And so that's what I wanted to have you see from that vantage point. So now let me just put this back down. And then the first thing, as I said, our setup. It's really important that we get this right, and I'm sure you've heard this a billion times. I'm just going to repeat it quick. But we have to make sure that our eyes are essentially over the ball, a little bit on the inside. And I'll just tell you, so if you just take the putter and just gently put it next to your eyeballs, you know, if it falls in here, that's great. That's a good spot. For me, I like to have my left eye more over the ball, so I'm actually looking down the line a little bit more. That's just my personal preference. Even though my eye line is still in here, I'm a little bit behind it. Now, from a grip standpoint, a lot of different types of grips. I use a very common one, the reverse overlap, where my bottom hand is entirely on the grip, thumb down the top of the paddle, and then I take my left index and hide my right pinky, thumb down the top of the paddle. So now the goal here is, it's a premium on our alignment to keep our shoulders parallel on our start point. And I'm really big on focusing on that first foot of the putt. And the reason is, no matter if it's 3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet, whatever, if I can do a mental cut and paste of the hole and put it 1 foot in front of the ball, and if I can go through the middle of that imaginary cup 1 foot in front of the ball, which is the vast majority of people that I coach, they have no doubt that they can go make it from a foot or go through that imaginary line a foot away. So that's why I'm using that. And I've obviously modified this putting mat with these black dots every foot. So here's the first part now. Hands are just holding the putter, and my upper pecs are very snug to my torso here. Triceps on torso. So the first thing is just hide that little hash mark, that little burgundy mark that I showed you on the camera. I'm just trying to see that the lines on the putter are essentially staying on the lines of the putting mat. And just trying to keep a nice tempo. I'm very big on that metronome. 58. 58. Now I'm going to go just a little bit longer past that little colored mark short of the glass. So all I'm trying to do is feel my shoulders rock a little bit more. 58. 58. And I would suggest, doing at least 8 to 10 of these short ones, and then a little bit smaller, just so you can visually see that the lines on your putter are staying on this dotted hash mark on the mat. And then what we would want to do is, now we're going to go over here, and when I'm working on just trying to get some good feedback on how square I'm striking the putts, I like to put the line on the ball, and you can see it matches this line here. So if I make a good stroke and it's on that same track, I should see a solid black line roll down my line into the hole. That's what I should see. So let's give this a go now. So I'm going to try to copy what I just did there. Not going to change anything because a ball showed up. Now that's the temptation, is that we want to hit it now. No, we have to do our rehearsals carry that feel. The focus is on the feel. So now I like to inhale. I focus on this first foot. I'm really pretending there's a cup right here. And then I'm looking down. I like to have the visual of a Hot Wheels track. I like that track picture in my mind. I come back. I'm exhaling as I come back. A final look, first foot. That was pretty good. I could see a lot of black line. So now I'm just going another 2 feet. Going to do the same thing. Now it's just going to obviously feel a little bit bigger stroke. We never want to fall into that trap of, as the puck gets longer, I hit harder. No, we just let the arc get a little bit longer, but we maintain the same beat. Okay, so here's my personal routine. I like my left eye a little more over it. I'm looking down the line. Inhale. That first foot, that is key. I'm seeing that Hot Wheels track. My eyes come back. I'm exhaling. That first foot is what it's all about. Ooh, that was even better. So that's my suggestion now for the next 29 days, 30 days. Practice this. Just give yourself, okay, 10, 15 minutes. Can I do some really high quality rehearsal strokes? Just these little 5, 6 inch strokes back and forth, and then a little bit longer, almost a foot. But I like the obstacle because that's going to let you know, obviously, you know, and if you really want to test yourself, you know, put your favorite wine in there, your favorite drink, and fill it up. And just maintain the tempo. You know, it's not about making a swing or a stroke and focused on what not to do. That's not what it's about. It's just a visual obstacle. And then get back to, okay, here's my focus. Just have a nice beat to it. And then, like I said, use the golf balls, put the lines on there so it gives you feedback as to how squarely you're having the putter face hit the back of the golf ball. Because that line tells all. Now, when I play, I never use the line. I used to a long time ago, but it's more comfortable. I just like to look at a blank golf ball. Okay, that is the drill and the focus for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those below. As always, thank you, subscribers. Really appreciate it. And anyone who shares these videos, love it. Until that next golf shot, enjoy the process of improving.